Hey guys, I just wanted to do a video today about how to play Salad Days, the rhythm, and the lead part at the same time. So, if you want to impress people, play it live, and you only have one guitarist and singer such as yourself, this is a way to play it and sing it at the same time. That sounds pretty good with the record, so here it is. It also helps if you check out my other video about the weird Mac chord type. That'll give you some context of how to play the song. So, without further ado, here we go. So this is what it sounds like. Here, let me get my picking hand in here. So, I'm just kind of combining the lead and the rhythm parts together. He's going between a C chord and a G6 chord. As I'm getting older, chip upon my shoulder, rolling through life to roll over and die. So what he's doing here is pretend you're doing like a dominant 7 chord shape. So put your pointer, your middle finger on the 7th fret of the A string, your ring finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and your pinky on the 7th fret of the G string. And then you let the open E and open B ring out. This is in the tab, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with that chord, and the other chords for that matter. So the part where it's tricky is the lead part, I guess. So what he's doing is do your C chord shape. So you know what C looks like right here. And then put your pinky on the 5th fret of the high E string. That's going to be the first note of this progression. So you're going to strum like with the low strings first. So you go with the A, and then the G, and then the high E. And then you're going to pull off with your pointer finger on the B string. So you go pull off from 3 to open, which is capo on the 2 really. So what you have so far is you don't really even hear the B string on the 3rd fret. He just kind of uses it to pull off, I think. I don't know if he actually even plays it like this, but it sounds good if you want to do the rhythm and the lead at the same time. So we got... And, you know, he doesn't really do it, super perfectly every time, you know. You can kind of do it loose with a loose strumming pattern. You'll get in the groove of it once you learn the full thing. So that's the first part. And then he does, if you know my video about the weird chord, the G chord with the this note in it. Well, this concept is implied with the lead part he does. He basically, after pulling off the B string, he silently hammers on to the 5th fret of the G string. He does that bend right there. He hammers onto it silently, and then bends it to what would be the 6th fret note. And then he pulls off to open G, or I guess in this case it would be an A note because it's a head, but you get the point. So now we got... And then the last part, you can just hammer on this 5th fret on the low E string, which would be like his G chord, basically. So yeah, and then and then after, you know, the cycle of that, you can listen to when it goes to this, I guess you would just call it a dominant 7 chord with like, with this extra note in it. I don't really know what the relationship is off the top of my head. It sounds like a flatted ninth to me, something like that. And then, yeah, you can play it just sloppy and loose. I kind of go like this with a sweep. Or... Alright, and then that's the verse. And then the next part is just the chorus, which is... all of this information about the chorus is in tabs, if you want to look it up. I basically just melded the lead and the rhythm parts together into like a nice sounding thing you can play. So, you can play the lead part first, and this will be painful for your fingers. So this is what it is, like, kind of slow. Acting like my life's already over. Oh, dear. Yeah, so that's like it's a little tricky to play and sing at the same time at first, but you get the hang of it. It's tricky because you have to do the guitar part like a little faster than you would expect to do it. But yeah, so this is what it is. You put your ring finger on the 10th fret of the A string, your pointer on the 7th fret of the D string, your middle finger is on the 9th fret of the G string, and your pinky is on the 10th fret of the B string. And you just arpeggiate it one note by one. Then the next chord is you put your pinky on the 9th fret of the A string, your pointer finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and then you're going to use the open B and open E strings. So that's your arpeggio. It's A, D, B, E. And then you're going to keep using those open strings for the next chord, and you're going to go pinky on the 9th fret of the low E string, middle finger on the 7th fret of the A string. And you can keep your pointer finger on the 6th fret of the D string, because that's how he plays this chord, like this. But if you want to do the lead part too, you can just kind of arpeggiate it also and do like just the lowest notes and kind of, you know, fudge the D string note. Like that sounds like you're doing the lead and the rhythm at the same time, basically. And then the last chord is an E7, not relative to the capo. It's just in a different position instead of like this. It's like this. So that's a 7th fret on the A string with your ring finger. Middle finger is on the D string 6th fret. Pinky is on the 7th fret of the G string. And pointer finger is on the 5th fret of the B string. So yeah, that's the entire song, and then he just ends it on a nice G6 chord, which is a recurring theme in all of his music. There you go. That's Salad Days. Check out my cover.